These are five major areas that we're going to cover over the course of this program. And I'd be interested if you want to take a screenshot of this or write these down and give yourself a rating. I can also send this to you all or post it to you all. We're going to, you're probably going to come across these materials in the course material itself as well. But I just want to start here and have a discussion about these five topics: clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. This goes to what we were talking about before, about what I would start to call our internal scaffolding. Thank you very much, Beth. As inspired by Bernie. And I would say, what I want to show with, what I want to introduce, of course, during the course of our program is not only the external scaffolding, the things that are tangible that we can learn, the things that we can read about, look up, tools that we can have in our pocket that we can write things out on, but also think about in our own minds how internally our life in terms of living with an individual with mental health issues. I want to talk about how we internalize things and how we perhaps, how our own mental health has been impacted by what we've been through, because I think as we explore it, well, I know as we explore it, accept it, and understand it, it helps us to move on and become better at everything that we want to do. So the five topics again, call this again, internal scaffolding: clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. So on a very broad scale, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd like you to think about and maybe give yourself a grade. You don't have to tell me the grade. You don't have to share your grade, but I'd like you to keep your grade so that you know. Do you feel that you're clear about who you are, your purpose, and the direction that you want to go in life? This is not about your son, your daughter, your husband, your wife. This is about you. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how clear do you feel about who you are, your purpose, your direction? All right, number 2, energy. Now, I am not, by any stretch of the imagination, a physical coach. I'm not a, what do they call those people? A personal trainer, right? I'm not going to bring you to the gym and talk to you about how to get more energy. I call this energy with a capital E because we can't be beat up all the time and emotionally exhausted. And I think that when we have stories like we just heard where, oh man, I'm so upset that my son thinks that really happened. And it makes me feel really bad. And I feel a sense of guilt because I feel like, I don't know, there's just a million different feelings I have that he really believes this about me or about my contribution to his illness, my contribution to his plight in life. Well, that thought process, that record player that's going on and to have that discussion in your brain, right? That inner dialogue is a tape loop. We call it a tape loop. It's just going on and on and on in our own brains. And it's really causing us to be drained. It's really sucking the life out of us. So do you consistently have enough mental and physical energy needed so that you can excel, so that you can accomplish your own goals, so that you can feel motivated and happy? And how do you score that on a scale of 1 to 10? And then let's talk about courage. Do you take action consistently? Do you take action and consistently express who you truly are and what you truly think, what you truly need, what you truly desire in the world? How much do you stick up for yourself, basically? And a lot of this, I think about our discussion last week. I think it was our friend Dorothy who said, oh man, I'm really scared of getting too focused. I'm really scared of getting too introspective. Well, and I laughed. I said, well, I got news for you. We're going to keep doing this, and we're going to hammer this home, and I'm going to keep pushing on you and pushing on you, because I want you all to be courageous. I want you to be in the world as courageous people. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you score yourself in your strength and your courage to say, hey, I'm not going to let my son's mental illness define me. I'm not going to hide behind the fear that I have of what my daughter may be doing or will do, or et cetera. It doesn't define me. It's not who I am. So then we move on to productivity. Again, on a scale of 1 to 10, do you feel like you're focused, and do you feel like you're effective? Can you tune out some of the distractions and understand what your priorities are? If you are, the best example of this is when you got date night, or you're gonna go out and you're gonna meet your girlfriends for a glass of wine and just chill out. And a lot of people are saying, oh my God, yeah, that's like that ever happens, right? And for some, it doesn't. And that's part of the problem, isn't it? I mean, it's absolutely part of the problem that we don't make that time for ourselves. But if you made time for yourself and you said, I am going out and I'm going to see somebody I haven't seen in ages, and we're going to catch up and just have a good time and sort of go on mindless video input for a little while. Are you doing that? Are you able to get rid of the distractions? If all of a sudden your son or daughter calls you up and has some tantrum about the fact that they need a ride somewhere right this second, are you able to set the boundary and say, hey, no, I'm doing something for me. I'm doing something that's going to make me feel better so that I can be more productive. And again, this goes to courage, right? This goes to building your energy. And finally, influence. And this is a big one that I want to work on, because I really encourage everybody that's in this group to become an influencer, to become a team leader, to become the person, the go-to person that is strong and that other people look to as that leader. So do you feel that you have the social influence with your family, your friends, the team around everybody that you need to accomplish your goals, number one, but also to really get that team on the right path to accomplish the goals that you've all set for each other and for maybe your loved one? So this clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence is going to be the basis for a lot of the discussion that I want to have in this sort of when we have a lull in discussion or topic. I really want to have the ability to have these discussions about courage, energy, all these different things as an underlying foundation for this program, as the internal scaffolding of this program that will go nicely hand in hand with the external scaffolding, and that will help you all to build a better structure, honestly. So I will get those over. I'll put them somewhere in the program by tomorrow. But it also, I want to share with you another thing. And again, I'm not going to ask you guys to share this if you don't want to. But I have another document that is right. No, I'm going to go here. Right? Where am I going? Let me share this quickly. We'll go back here. So again, getting to the scary part about being focused. I just talked to you quickly about clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. Can you see this new document that I have up?
Yes.
Yes. So this is more of an intense worksheet that breaks it down even further and lets you really think about those 5 topics and how you can yourself or become that, how you can envision it for yourself, and what you think you can do to get there. Again, I will make this available to you all. This is not something that we need to or really want to take the time. This is a very personal exercise. But the beautiful thing about these 2 little little forms is that I keep wanting to relate back to them. So in a month from now, when Dorothy or Beth or Bernie or whomever comes up and says, I had this situation and it really, I felt like I really kicked ass in this situation. I want to be able to go back and say, okay, well, how did you score yourself in courage back on whatever the date today, January 25th, 2022? And what changed? Why are you able to kick ass in that area now? And just really think about where you've come from, because I know with certainty in my heart and in my soul that if you keep with me through this and we keep enjoying this kind of dialogue, I know that you will become the stronger, the more influential, the person that you want to be again, and the person that your loved one needs you to be. I know it. That's why I'm so jacked up about getting this program out to people and trying to help more people get this kind of information.